Jason, remember this?
I do remember this.
That's you and me on the chin ramp, double inverts, like search for Animal Chin. And that's me wearing the actual shirt from that original photo on Animal Chin.
It's so crazy.
And now we're selling these.
Yeah, and I'm here. I'm just a part of it.
So we signed 1,000 of these.
Yeah.
Well, I've signed most of them, and you have to sign them.
I'm gonna do it right now.
So that by the time you were watching this, they will be available, ready to ship. Boom.
Yeah, I'd hurry up and get one, man. This is the greatest thing that I'll ever be a part of, ever. So.
I'm pretty hyped on this.
Yeah.
So they're at TonyHawk.com, I think. Yep. TonyHawk.com.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's a place. That's a good place.
All right. Keep searching. What's up, buddy?
What's up, G?
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
See you too.
Welcome. To the show.
Hello, everybody.
Jason.
Hey, nice to meet you. Scott. What's up, bro?
What's happening? How's your foot?
It's good. I'm walking around on it now. Better.
What'd you do to your foot?
I broke it in April.
Skating?
No.
Kicking somebody?
Performing.
Those are the only two options.
Yes, those are the only for me. Yes.
I jumped off stage
Stage
and landed kind of funny on my foot, so it was vicious.
Did you know right away?
Yes.
Hell yeah, you would have.
Yeah.
Welcome. Here we go.
And I'm not Tony Hawk.
How's this happen?
How's it we're on?
Yeah, do we just...
Kid Cudi's here.
Yeah, I got my blunt, man.
Buddy.
I'm chilling.
Good to see you.
You know, I've been, you know, kind of fucked up for the past 7 months with this injury.
We
7 months?
Yeah, I broke it. What has it been 7 months? I broke it in April. Yeah, 6, 7 months.
I saw just some sketchy video of it, and it looked like a far fall.
Yeah, it was over 10 feet. Yeah, it was one of those things because I like I told you before, I've never broken a bone in my body ever before. So,
Well, maybe just say I'm glad it wasn't with me when we were skating.
no, definitely not.
Because you took some slams.
I took some slams,
Yeah.
but I ate that shit though.
You did.
We got video footage.
You did.
of
It was
that.
it was legit. He had a like Mr. Wilson.
Chicken neck.
Yeah, like
No, like a Mr. Wilson up in the air. Wow, and then he went up.
Oh shit!
And then came down.
On the quarter pipe.
Yeah, it's like some cartoon shit, like when they be on the when they like trip over the banana and it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's a dangerous guy to get lessons from.
Oh my God.
Nah, but it was you know that was nothing compared to what I experienced at Coachella that day. And then I got surgery maybe like a week later after that, and they put 9 screws in my foot, and then that wound got infected, and I had to get another surgery to clean it.
Did you have to get on IV antibiotics?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I was on a lot of stuff. I was just kind of, at some point, I was like, give me my perks. Give me my perks.
Did you get a staph infection?
No, what's the staph infection is...
I mean, that's kind of what it is when you have surgery, yeah. And that's I have a friend who had a hip replacement and it got infected, and he had to have it cleaned out, and then he had to go on IV antibiotics for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think that was what it was. And then I had to have this catheter put in my foot to like numb my leg from the knee down. Oh. You know what I mean? So like, even now there's still like some numbness at like the ankle part, like where it still feels like a little tingly, like from the numbness. But the pain level wasn't bad because I had that thing. You know, like right after surgery, I had that. So the pain was light. But when I started walking on it again, that's when it was real. Like with the
put weight on it.
Yeah, with the boot, that was intense. And then without the boot, you know, with my shoes on, that was it. That was intense. And I didn't, you know, you don't see when you're in it. And I'm sure you'll agree. Like you don't, from probably your first time breaking something, you don't see light at the end of the tunnel. You just feel like you're gonna be up in like forever, you know? Because like you're trying to walk and you feel the pain and you feel your body just doesn't want to do the movement. And you just like think to yourself, like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. This is like...
Yeah, but in our case, the denial is powerful.
Yeah.
We tell ourselves we're fine.
Oh, yeah.
And we just go.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah, I was like, I am not fine. I just canceled my tour. I am not fine. Like, and that was intense for me to have to cancel my whole tour, and I was really excited about it. Tickets were on sale. The sales were going good. You know, like people were ready to see me, and I think that was the hardest part of the whole thing, for sure.
So is that Coachella? I know they do 2 weekends at Coachella. Was that the second weekend?
Yeah, it was the second weekend because I was filling a slot, so I just did that one weekend. You know, but
how are you filling a slot?
Huh?
How do you come through to fill a slot?
Well, somebody I don't even know what the circumstance was. They had an act and they kind of couldn't make it, and they hit me up to see if I could fill in maybe like 4 days before the show. Wow. And I was like, yeah, why not?
That's a big surprise.
But it's crazy because it was AEG that suggested it, and they're doing my tour. So had they not giving me the Coachella job, I could have still went on tour. So
it's their fault.
Yeah, it's their fault.
They played themselves.
No, we love AEG though, man. They've been super supportive and everything, and they understood, and you know, and we're in the process of rescheduling the tour.
Have you performed since?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I have. I've done like little things, maybe like a song or two here and there. Standing in one position, not moving, but yeah, I'm slowly getting back into the groove. I've been, you know, last night or 2 nights ago, I was with Busy P, DJing with him at the Justice After Party that they had downtown.
Oh, yeah, they played Hollywood Bowl, right?
Yeah, and that concert was insane.
Did you go to the show?
Yeah, it was insane. So like I was so excited to just meet the guys and rage a little bit. And me and Pedro have, you know, some things we're cooking. Yeah. So it's like I'm stepping back into this like 2008 era, 2009, you know, APC denims, my threes on, you know.
Pedro's cool. He's a heavy fixture in the skate scene in France.
Yeah.
And he actually invited me to that show, but we couldn't make it. But
yeah, man,
it's awesome.
It's
you know
insane.
Justice?
Yeah,
you know Justice.
Yeah, man, it was really crazy, and you know, I just got up there and he was like, look, I'm gonna play the Crookers remix and Memories, and just do your stuff. And like, you know, when I'm in the performance, I'm not thinking about my foot. I'm like stomping it down and I'm getting hype and it doesn't hurt and I'm just like moving it a little bit more. And these are things that are good because, you know, it just progresses the healing process. You know what I mean? Just actually
staying in motion
on the foot,
getting the
walking
blood flow.
around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
if you need any advice about getting through injuries, we're here.
I'm gonna need that because I'm at the tail end of it. Like you see, I'm walking around without the cane, and but I booked a movie that shoots in a month, and in this movie, I have to run. And I asked the director, I was like, "Do you guys still need me to run?"
Stunt double, maybe.
It'd be funny if there was a stunt double.
He told me one movie. It's pretty amazing. Like it would be worth aggravating your injury for.
Exactly.
Let's do it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can like do a couple shots or eat a painkiller and
whatever
just run
it
it
takes
out.
to get there. Yeah.
I'm in the moment. I'm just not gonna think about my foot. I'm just gonna. We're just doing
Cortisone.
But I'm working with my PT like crazy right now to like get my foot to that point because he's saying it's all the calf and that's really what's gonna help me out the most. And then getting the movement back in my toes, you know, because, you know, the running is all propelling off your toes and all that. And
are you doing rehab?
Yeah, PT, physical therapy.
Have you tried PRP or stem cells?
No, what's that?
It's good.
It's good shit.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Am I slipping? Is that like some Wolverine shit that's gonna like
Stem
help
cells?
me?
Yeah, you got to go out of the country for that.
Wolverine is not real, but it's
PRP
as close as you can get.
PRP is available here.
Yeah, you can get
and
PRP.
that can
It's
help
quicker
a
too.
lot.
Oh, really?
Stem cells takes a little longer, but that like you should probably get stem cells anyway, just because in the future it'll make it better later on.
Okay.
But PRP is quick. Like in a month, you can get like 2 weeks, you'll feel better.
Really?
I get PRP and
What is
cortisone.
PRP? Is that like a IV kind of like
No,
a?
they inject it with stuff that like reduces the inflammation and stuff. So they take blood out of you and they spin it on these platelets, and then they get the stuff from there and they inject it into the injury, and it like heals it faster.
I did it once
faster.
I tore my PCL just a couple weeks before this big fundraiser demo that I really wanted to do, and I went and got PRP, and I was able to skate through the demo. I mean, it hurt, but it definitely got me there.
Right. And if you have to run just for a movie, like it's not like I have to run all the time, it's just one thing. So if you get that and cortisone, because cortisone will make you don't feel the pain anywhere near as much, but because you don't feel the pain, you'll be like, man, I feel pretty good. I can run.
Cortisone is like the desperate move.
Right. But it's for one thing to run one day, so you won't feel the pain. But after it, you'll be like, man, I feel like it's pretty healed. Don't run the next day because you're going to like hurt it. But can you do one day of running with both those things? It will make it like 90%
Like we're coaching you into a cortisone shot for the movie.
You guys just blew
Hey, you're
my
talking
mind.
to guy. How many bones have
No,
we
I did
broken?
that when I did that demo. It was one of those Grind for Life demos, and I did PRP and a cortisone shot 2 days before, and it just got me enough. Enough of masking the pain.
Right, if he's got to run one time,
Yeah.
or one day, like they're not going to make you run a bunch of days in a row.
I think I have 2 days of filming, so I'll probably have to do it for more than one day. Just 2 days.
Yeah, Tom Cruise that shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how he broke his foot on that Mission Impossible movie and kept running.
With Jackie Chan,
Right.
broke
Jackie
his
Chan
foot.
just wore a cast.
He got a
kept
cast
going.
that looked like his sneaker and jeans, like they painted it so it looked like that, and he just did the whole movie with a broken foot. But
He's on a different.
Jackie Chan.
He's on a different plane.
Jackie Chan.
but he's got a mission where he's like he wanted it. Like he broke it. And he's like, if I do this whole movie with this on, and then everybody talks about
So
how it's
gangster.
it's part of the Jackie Chan
That's
thing.
true.
Exactly.
That's true.
The lore of it is just like.
He's on a different thing.
So we want to ask you about music, but we're skaters, and I want to know what drew you into skating when we first connected.
Well, I always admired the kids when I was in school coming up that skateboarded, and I always just admired the skill that needed to go into doing something like that, and I always felt like it was something cool that I would never be able to do. And my New York years, I was about 20 years old, and I would always see skaters at Union Square all the time. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a board and just go up to Union Square and see some kids to teach me. And for about a year, I would just go up there after work. I worked on Broadway, so I would walk down to Union Square, and I'd have my board with me, and I would just skate with kids, and they would just teach me shit. And none of them were, I was nervous because I was just like, how people probably gonna be like, look at this fucking poser. Yeah, but that they embraced me. Nobody was weird. Nobody was making jokes. Everybody just understood that I was curious, and I was turning to them for advice, and it was great, man. But I fell a couple times. And I was out there in New York on my own. My mom lived in Cleveland, and we didn't have much money. And I was just like, man, if I break something, my mom's gonna be really pissed.
No insurance.
Yeah, like she's gotta pay these medical bills, like, and I'm all the way in New York, like, she's gonna be pissed. So I gave it up, and I was like, well, look, my mission to be in New York is to find a record deal and to, pursue my dreams. So I kind of just went back on music and just gave up skateboarding. But then years later, I just kind of was like, man, I feel like you can learn this at any age, and I kind of already have the feeling of being on a board and these things. I don't really know tricks, but like I know how to, like, I just need to get back into it. It's like riding a bike, right? So that's when I called you and I was like, look, I need the ultimate teacher. And
I didn't say nothing.
We have an ongoing beef about who's a better teacher. So
okay.
We're not going to get into it. It's all right.
Well, I was like, look,
it's a debate.
Yeah.
Is it?
Go ahead.
I was like, man, this is like, I feel like he'd be able to, guide me, and I'll feel safe and no judgment, and so I hit you up on Instagram, man, and I just really was inspired to learn,
Just real quick, every kid out there is just like, fuck you. Like, I want to get back into skating. I want to learn. So I DM'd Tony Hawk, and then he hit me up and was like, "Yeah, man, no problem. Hey, let's learn."
Well, it helps for me to be a fan.
Yeah, no, it really does help. Yes. Having Tony Hawk help you and take him, you can go to his skate park.
That was fun. I do want to say though,
that helps you be a better skateboarder.
Yeah.
That's a good hookup.
He did put in the hours.
There's only so much you can do. But I'm just saying, like going down to your local spot and be like, "Hey, kid, like, help me out a little bit." He might be able to help you, but I feel like calling Tony Hawk might be a little better. Just saying.
I agree.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Guys, ever feel like you need a little boost in the bedroom? It's time to stop worrying about your performance and get Hims, so you can feel confident knowing that you can get hard and stay hard whenever you're in the mood.
Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing you with access to affordable sexual health treatments from the comfort of your couch. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable hard mints and Viagra and Cialis, and their generics for up to 95% cheaper. The process is 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable doctor's visits. Just answer a series of questions on their site, and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option. If prescribed, your medication ships directly to you in discreet packaging for free. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care.
With hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, Hims can help you find ED options that work for you. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/hawk, H-A-W-K. That's HIMS.com/hawk, H-A-W-K. That's how it's spelled. He's the greatest. For your personalized ED treatment options.
hims.com/hawk, H-A-W-K. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a health card provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight, and that it's exactly what I wanted feeling. They scour the globe for original, handmade, absolutely remarkable things. Somehow they know exactly the perfect gift for every single person you know. And I found a gold record on their site that you can personalize, and I want to make one for Jason for his Taint Stick album.
That would be
sick. You deserve
sick.
A gold record for that.
I do. They have the most meaningful out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts that you can personalize.
From holiday host and hostess gifts to the coolest finds for kids to hits for everyone from book lovers to diehard sports fans, Uncommon Goods has something for everyone. Not the same old selections you can find just anywhere.
And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to nonprofit partners of your choice. They donated more than $3 million to date.
To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/HVW. That's uncommongoods.com/HVW for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Back to the show.
But he was willing to put in the work and willing to take the slams.
Yeah, because there's no way.
There was one, I mean, we talked about just a little while ago, but there was one where he shot out and went up as he shot out. And I was like,
out of the top of the quarter pipe.
No, it was
didn't even get to the.
Yeah, it was on the way. It was on the way.
Didn't even get to it.
It was on the way to the quarter pipe.
Oh.
Before he got there, just whoa, and then I was like, I'm behind him. I'm like, that's it. It's over.
Because Tony told me you were going to get a mini ramp.
He did.
You did, right?
That I was going to get what?
A mini ramp.
Yeah. He got me one.
So you have a mini ramp.
It's not so many.
Yeah,
people come over and see it. People come over my house and see it. Like, I'm like, yeah, I got a mini ramp. They come over like, whoa, this is not so many. I was like, well, no, I got the little slant here so I can just like ease into the drop. And it's like, no, man, but this is like, what was this, like a 4 foot ramp?
It's a mini ramp. Sorry.
That is a mini ramp.
It's a mini ramp. Yeah.
It seems ginormous.
I mean, you know, otherwise you're going on a 2-footer that's like a driveway curb. So.
But it seems ginormous to me.
Have you been to his
on
ramp?
top of yes,
and
that's crazy, right?
I'm just saying
but I'm just saying I've never
I understand.
ridden ramps before. So like even getting up there and then looking down is like holy shit.
Oh, a 4-foot mini ramp, you can still get destroyed. I'm not trying to say it's.
That's what I'm saying.
The word mini is only because there are vert ramps that are 13 foot high. So we have to say 4 is mini, but that doesn't say mini means you can't get hurt. You can get. I get more hurt on 4-foot mini ramp than 13 foot.
Me too.
Because I know how to fall on 13.
Because we try to run out of stuff instead of knee sliding.
Yeah.
And that's when you start getting in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually, if I fall on a 4-foot mini ramp, I miss this bit.
Yeah,
I just go from here to here.
Oh wow!
So
that was what was kind of happening with me.
Yeah.
For the first bit.
Did you go down the roll-in?
I didn't make it to the roll-in.
No.
I didn't make it to the. I was just trying to like just trying to like get myself up and then back, up and back and forth and build momentum was what I was working on. You know.
That's good.
And
see, that's if you were to have gone smaller than that, by the time you got the momentum, you'd be hitting the top, and it would be kind of screwing up your rhythm. So, I mean, I didn't decide the size, but I do feel like you got a good size.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But like, it's funny.
It
like,
looks cool. He painted it.
Yeah, it's like Bart
sick.
Simpson colors.
Yeah,
but it's funny
sick.
because like you asked me, you know, when I came in, it's like, oh, your foot's better, you know, so back to skating, and I was just like, I don't know. Like
you're talking to a guy that broke his leg and then his leg detached, so the bone was floating off the bone.
Oh yeah,
and he was at the ramp skating.
Actually, in those days,
he shouldn't have, but he did.
When you were teaching me,
when I was teaching you, that my leg was still jacked up.
I knew you shouldn't have been teaching me. I knew it. I was like, yo,
he should have been.
I was like, I was like, Tony. I was like,
cheers.
I was like, Tony's cool as fuck, man. I think he's still injured.
Like
I don't know. Like I feel like
whatever got me to the ramp, I was happy.
Yeah. But you was up there anyway, whether I came through or not.
Oh yeah,
you were there.
Yeah,
every
I got problems.
day. Yeah.
Did you say you got problems?
Yeah.
You're halfway there.
I'm
man.
addicted. What can I say?
You've accepted it. Good for you. You're on your way.
Still.
Yeah, you got mega problems. I just said that.
And you had just released the HBO series. Right? Right then?
Back in 2009, I think it was 2010 was our first season, How to Make It in America.
No, sorry. The animated series.
Oh, Intergalactic.
Intergalactic. Oh, that's Netflix? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, Intergalactic.
You just released Intergalactic when we were doing it. I got to see the premiere.
Yeah. That was huge, man. I think that was my first kind of like thing that I created myself. It was a big swing. Took 3 years to do the animation.
You dig it. You should see it.
Yeah. It was like
on Netflix.
Yeah. It's called Intergalactic with the E. It was the combination of the music and the animation and the story was just like a dope fusion of things, and the culture too. Like it was a lot of style and the design of the characters and what they were wearing and things like that. And I had my guy Virgil Abloh, the late great Virgil Abloh, do the wardrobe for the characters. So, you know, you might have even seen some of them in Off-White or things like that. And it just felt real. And, you know, I was really nervous because when you're taking these big swings, you know, you don't know how they'll play out. But I had the support of Netflix. Mike Moon and Elizabeth Porter were my main cheerleaders the whole time. And people loved it. you know, I still have people coming up to me, and they're gonna be coming up to me for the rest of my life, telling me that Intergalactic was their shit. You know, I've had couples tell me that it's their comfort movie that they watch together, and you know, I feel like this is like another little piece of my heart, you know, to show like my lover boy side in some way. You know,
it definitely felt like a New York native.
Yeah,
made it.
Yeah,
or someone that had their formative years in the city for sure.
Definitely. And I've been living in New York since I was 20. I've always had a place there, and I still do to this day. I still have the same place I lived in since 2010, actually. So, you know, New York is my second home, and it's dope because when I'm there, it's like, it's funny because I feel like Spider-Man or some shit. You know, like you know, like in the movies, like when they see Spider-Man, like, hey, Spider-Man, hey, what's going on? And it's like the homies and shit. Like when people see me, it's like, hey, this Cudi, yo, what's up? I'm talking about from like the garbage man to like somebody working in a restaurant to servers to like people working in a clothing store. And it's not like, oh, you're a celebrity, we're gonna freak out. It's like, yo, respect, you know? And it's cool. It's not like LA, you know? I can walk through the city in New York and just know that nobody's probably gonna ask me for a picture. They might say what up and keep it moving, but like everybody pretty much is chill, you know?
Yep.
And like, and I was there recently shooting a video with my guy Chip, for this song on this my comic book has like a soundtrack that we're doing with it, and we released this song and I shot the video in New York, in Soho and around the city, and people were just I hadn't walked in the streets of Soho in years, and I was just like, all right, this is either gonna be a good thing or a bad thing, but let's just do it. And we got the camera, so like we're gonna bring attention to us, but let's just see what happens. And everybody, it was during Fashion Week, so people were out, and it was dope. Like, it was just like hometown love. It felt like if I was walking through the city in Cleveland, like, you know, and these kids know my journey. They know I came there. They know I put in the work. I worked odd jobs all around the city, from American Apparel to Abercrombie & Fitch, you know, to sneaker stores.
You had your shirt on there, right?
Yeah, I had my shirt on. Yeah,
was it all?
No, I wasn't. They didn't put me. I wasn't one of them workers at Abercrombie & Fitch.
That seems like a tough job.
They didn't put me in front of the store. There were guys that would be in front of the store with their shirt off all day long.
That seems tough, right?
Yeah, it was a hard job.
I never watched them all day, but every time I ever walked by, I was like, dang. I don't even care if you're like shredded. It's just got to be like,
awkward.
Yeah, man, all
just
day.
Awkward, yeah.
Oh, those dudes loved it. Those dudes lived for that shit.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know.
There was like dudes that would like live for that shit. Coming in like, can I be a door model? You know, the kind with your shirt off.
Oh wow.
Like there's dudes that would apply for that job. Like, and I guess they made some real good money.
From the store or like afterwards?
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of both.
Is that a good resume item to have?
It depends on what career you're trying to do, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah.
One time I was a trolley boy at a supermarket. And
Trolley boy?
Yeah, I don't know what you call it in America, because it was called that when I was in Australia.
What is a trolley
This is me
boy?
coming up, man. Like I was trying to be a pro skateboarder, and I worked at a supermarket, and I was too dumb to be on the cash register, so they had me like put trolleys. But bring Charlie
Boy.
Oh,
we heard Charlie Boy.
Yeah, I thought Charlie Boy.
Charlie Boy sounded suspect.
I was a Charlie
both,
Boy.
but
Charlie Boy sounds pretty funny too.
Yeah,
I might have done that too. But
But I used to do that too. But I wish there was a name for it, like Charlie Boy, back when I was doing it.
Yeah, what do they call it here?
I mean,
just go get the shopping carts.
Go get the shopping carts.
But that wasn't the only job. I mean, it seems like people who are getting shopping carts, they're doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I mopped up stuff too.
Yeah.
You did, okay.
Yeah.
Well, no. Actually,
that's
in my job, that was all I did.
Yeah,
it was
I
like,
was
no,
mainly
your
that.
job was to. No, you know what? No. I'll take that back. It was so there were multiple jobs within this under the umbrella of this position I had at the grocery store. So you could bag groceries, or you could go and like get carts in the parking lot, right? Yeah. So it's like your time will be split from maybe half of the day you'll be bagging, and then the other half you'll be outside grabbing carts.
They wouldn't let me bag. If somebody spilled something in the aisle, then I had to go and mop it up and then back to the trolleys. But like rich lady with a white Mercedes-Benz, like all teased out hair and stuff, she like asked me if I would come back to her house. And I was like...
Then you became the Charlie boy.
I would have been the Charlie boy for sure.
That's when it goes from Charlie boy to Charlie boy.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Podcast is brought to you by Nutrafol. But hey, if you're like starting to thin, check this out. We got
Get
a
out
code.
Of it. Be proactive, because 80% of men will experience hair thinning in their lifetime. It's normal, but it doesn't have to be your fate. So get ahead of it with Nutrafol, a clinically tested hair growth supplement for men. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Sorry, Jason. I don't think they're going to use that.
Do you want to be me? I'm angry for the rest of my life. Go to Nutrafol.com/men and don't be pissed at the world for the rest of your life. With Nutrafol, building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription or doctor visits required. Free shipping and automated deliveries ensure you'll never miss a day. See results in 3 to 6 months.
Where was Nutrafol 20 years ago?
Yeah, like seriously. Like, give me my hair back right now and I will start crying tears of titillation.
Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code HawkWolf.
Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for a healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men, spell Nutrafol.com/men, and enter the promo code HawkWolf. That's Nutrafol.com/men, promo code HawkWolf.
Listen up, renters. Ever feel like you're stuck in this loop of rent payments, just watching your money vanish into thin air? It's time to turn that rent game around and start earning some serious rewards. That's where Built Rewards comes in.
Built is breaking ground as a neighborhood rewards program that hooks you up with points on your rent. Every month, pay your rent and watch the Built points roll in.
Use points to jet off on a dream vacation. Put your points toward a flight or hotel stay with 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties. You can also use your points to book fitness studio classes, redeem them towards a future rent payment. They're designed to meet your lifestyle.
Pay rent hassle-free through the Built Rewards app. Your rent game just got a major upgrade. Built points have been consistently ranked the highest value point currency by the Points Guy and Bankrate.
Earn points by paying rent right now when you go to join Built.com/Hawk. That's JOINBILT.com/Hawk, HAWK. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Use Built.com/Hawk to start earning points with your rent payments today.
Back to the show.
Would that have paid better?
For sure it would have. They didn't pay me anything to do that. I remember I had those Gullwing magnesium trucks, the first ones, like the bright orange ones, and we were skating in the parking lot, and I whipped out on like ollieing off a curb or some shit and shot my board out onto the street. And a car ran my board over, and I remember like freaking like, no! And I saw my board fly in the air and land on the ground. I'm like, oh, it's not broken. Like, it made it. I can't believe it. And I go pick up my board, and my Gullwing is split, and it's and I was like, those were Gullwing you don't know, this is before your time. Magnesiums were magnesium, which means they were more expensive trucks.
Right.
And I had bought them with like all my shopping cart money, which was everything, and it was broke. And I'm like, this is before.
Were you saying you were actually skating in the parking lot of
my work? Yeah,
your work?
Yeah, lunch
How
break.
ironic.
Well, I'm trying to shred at all times, baby.
I know, but it's where you work to earn the money to buy the trucks, and then you're right there.
Yeah, back to pushing trolleys after that thing split. Yeah, that was a bummer. I cried.
I'm sure.
I was young enough, and I had a friend there that was like, "Dude, I back your crying right now. Like, those are. I think they were like $170. Like, they were legit."
The first real skateboard I got was a Sims Andrecht.
Yeah.
With gull wings, Sims snakes, and there's this long half pipe. Sorry, we're indulging our stories, but there's this long half pipe at Whittier Skate City, and I was skating the very end of it, and this dude rolled in to the other end, didn't know I was skating it, and then was like, "Oh shit!" And then he bailed, and his board just went beeline into mine. It was such a long distance.
Yeah.
And just chipped it like one of those big D-Lam chips.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
I start crying, like, and he's like, "I'll buy you a new board."
Did he?
No, I didn't like. But
No,
dude,
you
it was my
understand?
brand. It would be like just getting a dent in your
Dude,
car.
you don't have
know
to
what I
be
mean?
like it's like when you love something that much.
Yeah.
And it's your thing. You know what I mean? Like you could have, I don't know, scuffed my shoes, ripped my pants. I wouldn't have cared. But that was the one thing that meant anything to me in my whole life, and it got snapped. Like
It was like we were in this giant space, and then our boards just were magnetized to each other. Like, yeah.
trials and tribulations. you
Yeah.
know?
We made it through it, though.
Here we are.
What was your, when you started to have some success, what was your first indulgement?
Oh,
Because I bought that board again.
I think
I bought
not
those
that long
trucks
ago.
again.
What's that?
I bought those trucks
Same
again.
trucks, yeah. Yeah.
And then I got paid to ride them
Yeah.
like 5 years later. Payback.
I think the first thing that I really indulged in was sneakers when I first started getting.
But did you had a pair that like, okay, those are the ones I got to get.
Yeah,
when I get some money.
these right here, these threes,
Nah.
and fours, Jordan 3s and 4s. I was always wearing those, but any Jordan really, my favorites, you know. And I just would love any city we were in. We always found the shoe store. Like I was like really big on buying sneakers because I just couldn't afford them back in the day. All like that. I just loved them so much, but just couldn't get them. So I was buying all the sneakers that I couldn't get when they first came out. And so that was the first thing. And then when I moved to LA in around 2011, because I had a license, because I grew up in Ohio, you drive around there. So I had a license, but I didn't drive in my years in New York. And when I finally moved to LA, I was like, oh man, I can get my license again and like drive, right? But I was like, oh man, like this is my first car. Like what's my first car gonna be? So like, I had always dreamed of getting the Porsche. Like I just thought like, that was just like the ultimate sports car, you know?
It is.
And,
New one or a vintage?
Well, I like the vintage and I like the new ones too. At the time, they were like, it was like
you got the means, why
2000.
not?
As long as you don't get a 4-door, you're good.
Yeah. No, I got. Well, no. So here's the thing. That's funny you say that. So when I was car shopping, the Panamera just came out.
Mm-hmm. I tried that.
So
It looks nice.
it does. I got a navy blue Panamera with like that light tan kind of sandy leather interior, right? And I had it for about 6 months, and I got rid of it. When you're on the freeway in this car, and you hit a bump, the whole fucking car, first off, is too big to be going as fast as it's going. And you hit a bump, and it's like, you have to have both hands on the steering wheel to gain control again because the car is so fucking big. And like, I was having a hard time like just feeling like my age in it. You know what I mean? I was just like, yo, I should have like some cool like 2-door coupe, like some type of like something a little bit more sporty. This feels like I should put the whole family in here, like, you know? And so I went from that to a turbo, a GT.
That now we're cooking.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
And those have been. Now I have a. Well, I don't even like because Porsches, they don't really change much of their design like that. They might change
Because they don't need to. They perfected it.
Yeah. It's like
there's no car that handles better than that car.
Yeah. It's the truth. So
It's a go-kart.
I got like a 4S Carrera, 2014. You know, still sitting. My security is like, yo, why don't you sell me your Porsche? And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I told him the other day, I was like, give me a price and I'll think about it, you know? But like, it's just such a, I think even if I did get rid of this one, I'm gonna buy another Porsche, but I think I want to get like like what you said, like something like vintage. You know what I mean? And then fix it up really dope. Do something cool with the interior. Maybe make it electric.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I got a '64 Stingray, which was my dream car when I was a kid. And so when I finally had the means, I'm like, I want a '64 Stingray, and then I electrified it.
Nice. See, that's what I want to do, man. I feel like I've been having a hard time finding my next car. Like I kind of don't really drive because I don't. I just don't enjoy my cars anymore because I haven't really bought anything new in a while. I bought a G-Wagon last year, and I had that for about a year, and then I got rid of it because I was just like, I loved it. It was a G63. It was dope, but I just didn't feel like it was like my car. Like I had my Range Rover for 8 years, because I felt like it was like my car. You know what I mean? You know how you just get into something and you're just like, yes, this is, everything about this is right, And I just didn't feel that. And I also, one year, bought a Lamborghini Aventador, right? And like I had that for,
speaking his language,
I had that for 2 months. I drove it from the dealership to my house.
Why
and I drove
2 months?
Because I was like, yo, it was just not right. It was just something that was not right. Yeah, it was just not right.
Too much for you.
I get it.
It was just not right. And I was just like, okay. Like, that's why nobody even knows that I've had this, because I never really liked Lamborghinis, but I liked this one specifically. And I had it, and I was just kind of like, like the sound.
Can't do that face off of that. What are you
You're
talking
killing
about?
him right now. You're killing him.
You were like, man, like, come on.
No,
you were
I
like,
don't know.
yeah.
It's just not my. But I just said
that if you
I
hit
just,
a bump, that's
look,
for sure.
But yeah, that too. But also, I just said that Porsche is like. So if you're a Porsche guy,
they do handle better. You're right.
Porsches, like if you're a Porsche guy, you're gonna look at a Lamborghini, not like kind of like, oh man, like I could get like something for like half the price.
Yeah.
That's like, I think is cooler and more tasteful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah. So
what did we drive on the Autobahn?
Ferrari.
Ferrari Medina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Ferraris.
We got that up to 300.
But that's a place where, like around here, because I rented a Lamborghini one time for my birthday because I always wanted one. That was like a thing, but I never had the budget. But I had a turbo Porsche 911, and I race cars, so like I know how cars handle and stuff. And I was like, man, I don't think I've ever felt safer leaning into a turn than in this car. Like I could feel
in your Porsche.
I could feel if it was going to break free before it broke free.
Right.
The Lambo, I got a Lambo. I'm the kind of guy, if I get a car, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna take it. And I took that thing for like a go. Like I went hard, and I was like, it's breaking in the front. Like the front wheels were breaking free, and I was like, that is not a good race car. Like you don't need that in your life, especially that car, because it goes so fast. If you do lose it on a turn, you're dead, because those things are flying.
Yeah.
Turbo Porsche would beat that in a turn. Like on the straightaway, Lambo is quicker, I think.
Yeah.
Top end, but like only when you're on the Autobahn can you do like maximum speed going dead straight, because on Autobahn, people that are further up, they'll see you coming and move over.
Yeah.
Like in America, if nobody, they'll brake check you if they see you coming. Like it's a different kind of world.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's why I just love my Porsches, man.
Yeah, I back it.
Like I think, have you ever driven? Was it the Cayenne? The Cayenne
Porsche.
Yeah. Yep.
You like it?
It's the same body shape as long as it stays.
Well, no, I'm not the Cayenne. What's the SUV they have?
The Porsche SUV?
Yeah.
No, I've never driven an SUV Porsche or a
Yeah,
Lamborghini.
it's called.
All Cayenne?
It is?
Yeah, it's Cayenne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about getting one of those, but I felt like I would have the same problem that I had with the Panamera. You know what I mean? But like, cause I am a SUV guy. Like I want to have two cars. I want to have my weekend late night sports car, and I want to have the joint
Family
for
wagon.
the fam. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Range is like a dope family car. Like, you know, it's cool. It doesn't. It's. I really don't love when they tweak the design so much. I feel like the older Porsches. I mean, not the older Porsches. The older Range Rovers were so much better. Like as far as design. I had this one that I got in 2012, this autobiography, that was so dope. And then I remember they switched factories and they were doing new ones, and I was like, fuck. You know, I just did not want to like upgrade my car. I just kept it so long. But yeah, I just love a Range Rover, you know. And I got rid of my other one. I had it since 2015. Like that's the thing with me. Like I could keep a car, and I keep that motherfucker clean, and it's like, you know, good mileage on it, and
well, like you said, it feels like it's part of you. If you get one, it feels like it's part of you.
Yeah, my mom said that. She was like, every time I get in your car, it's always clean. I'm like, you're damn right, Elsie.
Do you go back to Cleveland much?
Sometimes, but lately I've had my mom come to LA and be with me. So, but every time I do tour, I'm always out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were telling me when we did that Complex thing a while back. I can remember it was like what was your how did I get here moment? You said it was playing Madison Square Garden with Jay-Z. I have that right?
Mm-hmm. It was crazy, man. I remember I got the call. Playing Pat told me, he's like, "Yo, Jay wants you to perform tonight at MSG." I was like, "What?" I couldn't believe it. And
what was the biggest venue you'd performed in before that?
I'm doing arenas yet at that stage. I don't know. Maybe House of Blues, stuff like that.
Wow.
That type of capacity.
Yeah.
So that was the first time. One of my first times at an arena, performing at an arena. And that was my first time performing at Madison Square Garden. And I haven't performed since, but this tour that I'm doing next year,
tour?
yeah, will be, because this tour was Madison Square Garden. This one before I canceled it. Mm-hmm. But it'll be on this next run for sure, which I'm excited about because I've always dreamed of performing at MSG, and every time I did tours, like, you know, when you're trying to find dates and stuff, it's like it's hard to, you know, some venues are like, hey, you know, especially during like years where like every artist is on the road, especially after COVID, like everybody just hit the road at the same time, and you know, just, you know, Madison Square Garden would be full for 3 months. So it's like you got to go to Barclays, and Barclays is a great venue too. So it's like, you know, you still get the vibes, and you still get the space for New York and all that you want to get. But MSG is such a legendary venue, and so I'm excited to be there. It's gonna be crazy.
When we did our Boom Boom Huck Jam tour, it was all in arenas. Mm-hmm. And well, the first dream for me was to perform at Sports Arena, which is the big, I don't even know what it's called anymore, but it's the San Diego venue. That's the arena. I call it Sports Arena because I'm old. And then I was like, Madison Square Garden. Yeah. And our trucks didn't fit into Madison Square Garden for the load-in.
Oh shit!
For the way that all the cases were for our ramps, they're huge and they don't fit in the doors.
Wow!
And I remember getting the news because we were selling tickets, like the tour was doing well upon the announcement of it. And they go, "No, you got to do it in Elizabeth, New Jersey." I don't know what that venue is. You know, what I'm talking about the one that's right across the river. That was the only one that we fit in, and we did Long Island too. But
oh shit!
But MSG was like the one that got away.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, you know, all these years it's been like, man, when am I gonna do MSG? And so I was really excited that we had it for this tour.
What did you perform with Jay-Z?
We performed the song I featured on Blueprint 3, Already Home. Yeah.
Wow.
It was great. And I remember I did some special T-shirts with Bathing Ape at the time, and like with my character, and I gifted Hove one a shirt before the show, and I don't know if he still. I wonder if he still has it because it's probably worth some buku bucks. 'Cause I don't even have a version of that myself either.
I remember there was one Birdhouse tour we did. There's always just a song that resonates above all else on one of our tours, and there was one tour where Pursuit of Happiness was on every drive. Like that was the song that brought everyone together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there are only a few that I can think of that are like that, but that was really cool.
Yeah, Pursuit is this song that just keeps on living. You know what I mean? Like, and keeps growing. And, you know, every year there's a new generation of kids that are discovering it for the first time.
Yeah.
Same thing with Day and Night.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a beautiful thing. I know I'll be 90 years old hearing that song somewhere.
What a legacy, though. That's amazing.
It's great. You know, I mean, and most musicians wish they could just have, you know, one of those. Mm-hmm. You know, I have multiple songs that are going to be around for years. You know what I mean? So,
have you heard that what video was it? Guy Mariano is his video part for this one, his girl video is a cover of Pursuit of Happiness, but it's a woman, and I forgot who did
Lissy.
it. What is it?
Her name is Lissy. Is it that version?
Yeah, kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
So great.
She kills it.
It's perfect too for that part. Yeah.
I think that's the best. That is the best
cover
I've heard. You know.
You should see the video. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's great, man. To just know that I've written something that's touches people still to this day. You know, I wrote that song when I was 23 years old. You know, and I'm 40 now. So
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's just it's pretty great. You know.
So I know you're a Kurt Cobain fan.
Yeah.
And I obviously have a connection to Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
I don't know if I showed you.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Granddad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Granddad Tony.
Yeah. Thank you. You were one of the first to reach out. For real.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I hit you immediately. Yeah. I was like, oh, no way.
Yeah.
Because, man, it's just like, you know, children are the greatest gift to the world. And you know, my daughter's 14, and, you know, I just know that feeling that you get when your kid is first born and you're just looking at it and you're just like, I made this, and you're just like, holy shit, I'm a parent. And all these fears come rushing, but then it just immediately, like, as soon as you hold the kid, it's like all that goes away, you know? And I just know the feeling, and I was just so happy for them, and I'm so happy for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, grandparents just a whole new level.
Yeah.
Of that feeling, but also just there's a swelling pride too. It's not just we got to take care of this kid, because obviously that's not my specific job.
Right.
But it's super exciting. But I don't know if I might have told you this, but I bought this skateboard at an auction that Kurt had painted.
I saw that.
You saw that.
And I screenshotted it because I meant to text it to you and say I want one.
Really?
Yeah, but
Guess
I forgot.
what?
I forget.
I got one for you.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear.
No. Yes.
And
yes.
Francis signed it for you.
Oh. Fuck. Oh my God. Thank you, Francis.
That was the best segue. Dude, that was the best segue ever. I meant to text it to you because I wanted one.
Dude, this is epic.
I knew I saved one. So that's a recreation of it. Atiba actually shot the photo so that we could get it exactly the
Shout
photo
out
realistic.
Atiba, man.
Yep.
Oh, this is Tony. Give me a hug, man. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Thank you, man.
My pleasure.
Oh my God.
And the cool thing is I had Francis sign it, so I had an excuse to go see the baby again.
Oh, that's so cool that she did that, man. Oh, thank you, Francis. Mwah, mwah. Oh,
I said, yeah, Kid Cudi Scott's a fan of your dad. She goes, I know, Dr. Wu did a tattoo my dad on him. Yeah.
She knows about the tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That must be weird for her, you know, to see like people tattoo her dad's face on their skin, like.
Yeah, it's obviously she's used to that kind of stuff by now.
Yeah.
But, and I think that there's something about that she can separate his art as well. That's just, he created all this art and it resonated and it spoke to people, it touched people so deeply.
Right.
Like you.
Yeah.
And me too. I mean, I saw Nirvana in it was 92. I was like right when Nevermind was released.
Well, I think about like how my daughter is going to be when she's Francis' age. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Older, and, there's going to be people that come to her and say like, your dad changed my life, and, how she's going to have to navigate that. And, I haven't really had a conversation with her because she's still very much protected and a kid and safe. Mm-hmm. But once she goes out into the life, I think she's gonna see like, I don't think she fully understands the scope of the Kid Cudi shit. You know what I mean? She knows that there are people that are fans of my music, but I tell her, I had to tell her one day, I was like, honey, because I went to her volleyball game at her school, and she fucking told everybody in the school that I was coming. Right. She just like got so excited and was just like...
Or she told a few people and word spread.
Well, no, she told everybody. Okay. Yeah. So like when I get there, I walk in and everything's chill, right? It seems. And I go out to my car to go charge my phone real quick, put it on the charger. And there's kids outside like waiting with vinyls.
Oh, wow. Yep.
And I had to tell my daughter, I was like, baby, did you tell people that I was coming? She was like, well, I told a couple of my friends, but then everybody told everybody, and it's all everybody knew. And I was like, okay, rule number 1, don't tell anybody I'm coming to the game. I was like, you know how you feel about Taylor Swift? And she's like, yeah. I was like, there's kids in your school that feel that way about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, don't let it be a surprise. If they see me, it's like, oh shit, like, but like, yeah, it's kind of crazy, like her kind of seeing, and like she sees her classmates and like, she knows she's like fans of my dad, but to her, I'm just Scott.
Yeah, my daughter's 16 and she's over it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
She's not telling anyone anyway.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
she's not telling anybody.
At some point, they're not gonna say shit to nobody. Like that's the thing. It's like it's kind of like the unspoken
also it
thing.
Distracts from what my daughter does theater, and so we go see her performances, and I don't want that to distract from what she's doing.
Exactly, which is one of the reasons why I like, if I go to a game, if I'm gonna go to a performance, like I have to pick and choose. I can't go to all of them. You know what I mean? Because like I do bring so much attention when I step on the scene. First off, I look like her older brother. I don't even look like her dad. The way I dress, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in like cool clothes.
Well, it helps that you actually look like you're still 23. So
but it's so crazy because it's like all the other parents are like much older, and I'm just like, hey guys, I got the jewelry on. I'm just like, and I know it's a event when I step on the scene. So I try, because I need her to feel like she can have a life and not be under this shadow of me, Yeah. And I think so far so good. She's becoming her own person, but there are things that like she is inspired by me. Like, she called me one day and was like, Dad, I want to be an actor. And I was like, ooh, really? Well, I'm a producer, baby. I write movies and TV shows, so, I can, handcraft something for you. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, that's easy. But are you serious? Like, you gotta let me know you're serious. She's like, no, I'm serious. I was like, okay. So like even with music, she hit me up the other day and was like, I'm writing really good lyrics. I got so excited I posted it on my IG. Like, she's really curious now and seeing that there is a path to these things. You can be a singer if you want. You can be an actor. You know what I mean? And it's such a beautiful thing when you see your kids want to do
or just find
what
their
you're
passion.
doing. Yeah,
or find their passion, whatever it is.
Yeah. But it's something. It's something else when it's like they want to walk down the same path.
It's in your wheelhouse.
Like, I'm sure it felt so good when your kids was like, "Yo, Dad, we're learning to skate," and we really.
Oh well, I mean, so all of our kids skate except Katie. Katie can skate, but she doesn't anymore. But the funny thing is about that is when we go on vacation, they all want to hit the skate parks of where we're going, and that's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah, right.
I do want to, but only because then I'm their filmer.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't get to go skate. I'm just okay. Hey, you shoot this. Yeah. Okay. Like we were in Paris. We went to for the Olympics.
Yeah.
We went to some park on the outskirts of Paris. It was blazing hot. I'm their filmer and their gopher going to get them waters at the store. Like, that's my job.
Oh wow! It's
like a different vibe.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're a great filmer.
What's that?
You're a great filmer.
I'm a good thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a compliment from him.
Yeah. Don't let the tattoos and the TikTok fool you.
No, he's great.
And the muscle and the brawn.
You
brawn.
You noticed that, huh?
Yeah. And the brawn.
Is that shining through? Yeah, but what you were saying also, I just wanted to close it with Frances. She handles it with dignity and grace, like all of that, and it's just so much. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's like I kind of feel like I want her to talk to people that are in her position because I can't really speak on it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like my parents were. My dad was a house painter and a substitute teacher. My mom was a teacher. And a computer teacher, like, very humble beginnings. I don't know what it's like to have like a mega famous parent, So I do I want her to talk to like Willow. Willow is like my little sister, her and Jaden, that's my family right there. Mm-hmm. And I think Willow is a great example and somebody that she could talk to and connect with at some point when she's older.
Yeah, it is a very specific experience.
Yeah, it's like I can't even begin to act like I know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like I remember one time I was out with my daughter. She was maybe 7 years old, and we were in Cleveland, and we went to this restaurant. Where I used to work at Applebee's, they turned it into another restaurant, so we went there to go try it. And afterwards, we leaving out, and we see two kids walking in, and they recognize me, and they just like are freaking out. And I'm like, "Hey, you guys get." My mom was there. I was like, "Hey, you guys get in the car. I'm gonna go meet these kids." So I went up to them because I'm just like, "Look, I'm in Cleveland. I gotta say what's up. You know what I mean? I know this is crazy for them. I'm in Solon, Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They never thought they would see me in my hometown. So I go and take pictures with them. And I get in the car, and I ask my daughter, I say, because I see it's just something written on her face, and I can't tell what it is. And I just ask her, I was like, man, maybe I ask her how she feels about this. And I say, hey, Beta, how do you feel when fans approach Daddy when we're out? And she said, it makes her sad. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, why does it make you sad? And she says, because I want it to be just us.
Yeah, I get that. Yep.
And after that, I have zero tolerance. And I think my fans know it, because, somebody might scream my name or whatever. But for the most part, when they see me with my daughter, they just kind of fall back. I'm not, you're interfering in her moment. You know what I mean? I don't have my daughter 24/7. So when you see us, that's me having visitation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And those are very specific moments. Every moment is precious. And
it's hard to walk that line too, though, because you still want to be courteous, at least to your fans.
Oh yeah, right? I know how to say.
Yep.
I know how to say no.
There's
I'm
a
sorry.
finesse to it. There's a finesse to
definitely.
it. For sure. Yeah.
Back in the day, I didn't have the finesse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like early when I first got in the game,
Yep.
if I was with my sister or my mom and somebody came up, I had zero tolerance, right? Mm-hmm. But now I could put myself in a fan's shoes and know, like, okay, I'm a fucking myth. People don't see me out anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So like when they see me, it's like, oh shit, and I get the excitement. But I know how to tell somebody like, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm with my daughter right now. Sorry.
That's great. You know what I mean?
That's
great that you do that.
And sometimes if it calls for it, I'll say, what's your name? Nice meeting you. I'm sorry, I can't. You know what I mean? And I'll keep it moving. And they always understand. You know what I mean? It's all about how you handle a situation. You know what I mean? Because you really have to understand. You know, I understand. I get it. Kids really get excited when they see me. So.
That's when you say keep it moving. That's sometimes that's my line. Can I get a photo? If you can do it while we're moving.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you gotta hit them with that.
But yeah, either because I'm with my kids or because like we're late for a flight.
Yeah. You
know, or I know if I stop, it might cause a little stir, and then things start compounding. But
you take one picture, you there for 30 minutes. Take a picture.
Yeah. Hey man, we appreciate you coming by.
Of course,
that was fun.
Yeah, man.
Stoked to see you again.
Yeah.
Glad you were healing up.
Yeah, we gotta do this. This is part 1, guys. This is interview part 1. We gotta do this again. Like next year, next summer, I got some stuff happening.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and
you'll be. We predict less limpy.
I had a limp when I came in, didn't I?
Stem cell.
I had a limp.
I know the people.
I had a limp when I came in.
Yeah. You look sore.
But you should.
I look sore.
Yeah. When he said you want to skate, you were like, pfft, that tells me that you're still hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to get the X-Men Wolverine treatments that you were talking about.
Bioaccelerator.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colombia.
I gotta go to Colombia for that?
Hey man, do you want to run again?
Do you want to run again or not?
There's one in Tijuana my friend went to that he changed his life.
Okay.
I had after Rooftop came on the show. I had lunch with him.
Yeah.
Dude, he's back doing stunts.
Yeah,
he was walk.
Not just one ankle. His back, everything was messed up. Dude, I got both ankles, both knees, my shoulder, and I'm 52. There was a time there where I couldn't skate anymore because if I skated, I could skate, but then the next day I couldn't walk.
Oh wow!
Good, to the point where it got stupid. Like I was like, you can't get out of the car properly, and that was when I was like 38.
Wow!
And then I got stem cells. And I'm running on the beach, getting like I had like pro MMA fight, and I skate with him again, and that was not gonna happen again.
You do MMA?
I'm retired now, but yeah, I had some fights.
That's intense.
But they were like, you can do rowing, but it doesn't quite work. Swimming, but it's not quite the same. Sprints is what you need to do, and I was like, I can't sprint. If I sprint, I feel like my knees will come off and fly off, and I will just have half a leg on the sand. And then I got stem cells, and it worked. Like, it really does work.
Shit. All right, man, I'm about to get this, and I'm going to come in here breakdancing next time.
There you go.
All right.
We're going to put the cardboard down. I'm going to be like, watch this, Tony.
It can be done.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
man.
Kid
Thanks,
Cudi.
man.
See you next time.
Yeah.